The Blue Jackets take on the Lightning, 3 p.m. Eastern puck drop. The Lightning are minus 175, totals 5.5, juice to the under. The Blue Jackets are plus $1.50 to win it. And if you like Columbus to cover, they're minus $2 on the puck line. We got Joonas Korpisalo for the Blue Jackets, Andrei Vasilevsky for the Lightning. I'm currently 5-2 in my last 7 crowd pleaser teasers on patreon.com/Brock Page. I'm also 8-3 in my last 11 MLB tier package plays on that site as well. For more information on how you can get in on the action, link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/Brock Page. Vasilevsky went 34-14 this season with 3 shootouts. He's currently got a .256 goals against average and a .917 save percentage. Tampa's won 3 out of their last 4 games and held their opponents to 2 goals or less in all 3 of those victories. The Lightning rank in the top 3 in scoring, top 10 in goals allowed. They're giving up just 2.7 goals per contest. Nikita Kucherov led the club in goals and assists in the regular season. He scored 33 times along with 52 total assists. Center Braden Point led the club in plus-minus. He was plus 28. The Lightning has won 14 out of their last 20 conference games. They're taking on a Blue Jackets squad who averages just 2.5 goals per contest on the season. He also ranked in the bottom 10 in shots allowed on the road. CBJ lost 3 out of their last 5 games. They scored only 5 total goals in those 3 losses. And speaking of total goals, when it comes to the scoring in this one, 4 out of CBJ's last 6 games stayed under the total of 5.5 goals. 7 out of their last 10 head-to-head meetings with the Lightning stayed under the posted total as well. Meanwhile, Tampa on the other side saw their last 5 straight regular season games stay under the total of 5.5 goals themselves. This is a tough one, but give me the Lightning minus 1.5 and the under 5.5 in that contest. Not a whole lot of margin for error there. But before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for Thursday's NHL hockey action. Happy Thursday to you. The weekend is right around the corner. But before we dive into some more free content here on YouTube, I just have to quickly remind you once again that we are currently 8-3 in our last 11 MLB tier package plays on patreon.com/Brock Page. We're also 6-3 in our last 9 board member tier package plays on that site as well. If you want some more information on how you can join in on the action, the link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/Brock Page. Moving on, the Blackhawks take on the Golden Knights, 5:30 p.m. Eastern start time. The Knights are minus 190, total 6.5 juice to the under. The Blackhawks are plus 160 to win it outright, minus 165 catching the 1.5. We got Corey Crawford for Chicago, Robin Lehner for Las Vegas. Now Lehner's got a .289 goals against average, .920 save percentage. The Knights have won their last 6 straight regular season contests. They're in the top 3 in offensive shots per game. They're taking on a Chicago club who's just 1-9 straight up in their last 10 head-to-head meetings with the Knights. Chicago's in the bottom 3 in shots allowed, and they have Corey Crawford slated between the pipes. Now, he went just 16-20 on the season with 1 shootout, had some concussion problems as well, and injury problems. Now, total-wise, 4 out of Chicago's last 6 regular season games got over the total of 6.5 goals. 7 out of the Blackhawks' last 10 conference games also got over that posted total. Meanwhile, the Knights on the other side went 7-3 to the over in their last 10 meetings with Chicago. The Knights are also 4-2 to the over in their last 6 conference games themselves. Give me the Vegas Golden Knights minus 1.5 and the over 6.5 in that game. Next contest, Hurricanes Bruins, 8 p.m. Eastern puck drop. The Bruins are minus 150, totals 5.5 juice to the under. The Canes are plus $1.25 on the money line. They're also minus 250, catching the goal and a half. James Reimer for the Canes, Tuukka Rask for the Bruins. Rask went 26-8 with 5 shootouts on the season. He's got an impressive 212 goals against average and a 929 save percentage. Very good stats there. The Bruins are in the top 10 in shots allowed, top 3 in goals allowed. They're giving up just 2.51 goals per contest for the season. Meanwhile, the Canes on the other side have lost 9 out of their last 10 head-to-head meetings with Boston. Certainly not faring too well with the Bruins in recent history. And when it comes to the total on this one, 3 out of the Hurricanes' last 6 regular season games got over the total of 5.5 goals. 6 out of their last 10 meetings with Boston got over the total as well. Give me the Bruins winning this one outright in the over 5.5 in that game. And with that, we're going to dive into our next and final matchup. It is going to be Flames, Stars, 10:30 p.m. Eastern start time. The Flames are minus 120, totals 5.5 juice to the under. The Stars are catching even money as the underdog. And if you like the Stars catching the goal and a half, they're minus 333 for some very pricey puck line cash. Bishop for Dallas, Talbot for Calgary. And despite taking game 1 of this series, the Flames have won only 3 out of their last 10 head-to-head meetings with the Stars. Calgary ranks in the bottom half of the league in shots allowed on average per game. They're also taking on a Dallas club who's got Ben Bishop between the pipes tonight. 250 goals against, 920 save percentage. The Stars are giving up just 2.6 goals per contest on average for the season. They're in the top 3 in the NHL in that particular category. And when it comes to the total in this one, no real surprise here. The Stars' last 3 straight stayed under the total of 5.5 goals. 6 out of their last 8 also stayed under that number. Meanwhile, on the Calgary side, 6 out of their last 9 head-to-head meetings with the Stars stayed under the posted total as well. The Flames actually saw 7 out of their last 9 stay under the total of 5.5 goals as well. So with all that in mind, give me the underdog Dallas Stars plus $1 and the under 5.5 in that game. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on Patreon. And as I like to remind you in each and every video, each and every podcast that I do here, if you end up deciding that you're going to pull the trigger and get a package here today on my Patreon page, just keep in mind it's a subscription-based membership. So we bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. So if you were to sign up today, which is the 13th, you're going to get billed today on the 13th and then September 1st. And then you'll just get billed on the first of every month following that. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. With that said, happy Thursday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.